My name is Sarah. I'm 48 years old. I'm mother of a 12-year-old boy. And I came from Philippines. Now I'm living here in Switzerland and I work as a nanny and a domestic helper.
Thank you so much, Sarah. We're very happy to have you today. Before we dive into your professional career, I'd love to hear a bit more about what brought you to Switzerland. How did you come here? What happened? What's the reason behind?
Well, first and foremost, I work in Singapore. Then there's an opportunity that I can apply going to Spain, Madrid. So I grabbed that opportunity mostly because of the pay. And of course, you can upgrade yourself. And after working in Madrid for like 5, 6 years, there's an offer to go to Geneva in Switzerland. So I grabbed it. And voila, I'm still here for the past, I don't know, 10 years plus.
Philippines are a beautiful place, the water, all these islands, this magical place. Why did you decide to quit this dreamland to create a better opportunity, professional speaking?
I love Philippines. I was born there. But the thing is, you have to have something in yourself. And that's working abroad.
So that's what was available for you to create a better future. Why did you choose the domestic industry as an industry for your career?
Because I know that I am good at it. That's the easiest way to break the stereotype of living in Philippines to going abroad and look for a job. I did not finish my college degree. So being a domestic helper is the easiest way for me to travel, to look for a job in another country.
You're here and you're happy to work as a domestic helper.
Yes.
Look, when you arrived to Switzerland, what was your first impression? How did you feel? What was the cultural impression you got, and maybe also a bit of the sensation, if you remember?
That was November.
Yeah.
November 2000, and it was snowing. And I was thinking, I came from Madrid, which is a really, really like lively place, and people almost don't sleep. While in Geneva, it's like at 6 o'clock, it was dark. But the thing is, people here are really easy to communicate with. When you ask questions, they stop, give you the best one. They can help you the best they can.
So you felt well.
Yeah, I felt like home here.
That's a good feeling, I assume, because you started from scratch. You didn't know anyone.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
And back then, your son was already with you when you arrived?
No, I'm still single all the time.
So you came just by yourself, but still, you did a big move. Language-wise, was it a barrier, or how does it feel as an English speaker in Geneva?
I think that time, most of the employers are really looking for English speakers to like not only for themselves but also for the kids.
Yeah.
They want us to speak English to the kids. Well, it's a win-win situation. You know what I mean? Until like I realized for how many years I'm staying here, my French is not so good.
I think you're not the only one in that case. I would say that when you come and you work in this English-speaking environment, of course, it's your daily language. So as I say, you have gone a bit deeper into your professional, I would say, influence and how you perceive your job. When you work somehow behind the closed doors of a family and you work for the family, you take care of their kids, you also say also see what most of the people don't see when it gets into private life. How does it feel to blend in and maybe you hear, you see, but you don't, you know what I mean, you don't hear and see all this aspect. How is it to cross this line between your work and your attitude?
Well, you need to, for me, in my I need to have boundaries. You're the employer. I am your worker. Yes, we have the same workplace, we have this kind of thing, but still the respect is there. And you have to do your best to have a harmonious living, working place, relationship with the employer.
communication most probably
Yes.
also. So this is also something
For
where,
not only working for a baby. So she's my priority,
of course,
which is I'm just glad that my employer always says like the girl is the most priority of all things.
this leads me to another question. What is for you the best recognition that you could receive from your employer in terms of, a reward, I would say?
When at the end of the day they will say, "Good job, Sarah. I'm happy for your work." It means like you did a really good job. To make your employer happy is a rewarding moment at the end of the day.
Okay. So I mean, it's this communication, the exchange, and then you feel that your added value is recognized.
Yes.
Very important. Good to know. On a more personal level, what did this job change into?
I'm a single mom of a 12-year-old boy. So this job gave me strength to do my very best for the sake of my son, myself, my strength as a mom. Not only about employers, but also about yourself. When you do your job well, you're proud and you carry that until you go home. And you will have a good relationship with your family when you do the right thing.
Thank you for opening up that much, because it's true that we don't often speak about what's behind the curtain. And I think that what matters a lot is that you did all these efforts, you changed country, you changed language.
It's not easy. It's not easy, really. When you work and you go home, you have to look after your child and you have no one to support you. I don't have anything except my son, who makes me put my feet on the ground to be a good mom, do the right thing.
I'm sure he is very grateful. Another aspect that is very important for our listeners, but also for me, those jobs that we don't see often from out. To be honest, sometimes people are trying to understand what is the job, what's the added value. They don't understand, and maybe the recognition, the way they're perceived is also sometimes not correct. How would you describe your job on a daily or maybe monthly basis, and not only on the job per se, but also to the level of the value that it's adding for the family you're working for?
When you see your employer, like they're comfortable, you're doing your very best to make them comfortable, because I think that's one thing that they hire you to make their lives easy. So, as I told you, when you go home and they say, it's like, "Thank you so much for the day. You did a good job." It makes everything worth it.
So you would say that it's the service and the help you're bringing to the family. Great. What would you tell to the younger self of you, maybe 20 years ago?
Oh, I hope you see your quality to dignity. But no, aside from that, I did not regret being a domestic helper, being a nanny. I love this job.
Okay.
I love this job. It makes me strong.
We feel it, by the way.
It makes me strong. It makes me like confident of everything I do.
Excellent. This is a gift of it. And now, we always speak about legacy and what we want to leave behind us. What is your wish as a legacy that you would kind to leave for yourself and as a little, signature?
But you will be proud to say that my mom is a domestic helper, and I'm very proud of her.
What's the name of your son?
Andres.
Hi, Andres. Really, we're very happy to have all this, I would say, very private not information, but inputs from you regarding a mother, regarding an expat, and also coming into your professional past. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Thank you for inviting me here.
With big pleasure, and all the best for your next steps and for achieving your dream.